Anyone who has to be out on the roads this morning, we love this, Danita. This is so great. Rascal House is lending a helping hand.
Oh, and it's needed. All of its locations will offer you free coffee and also hot chocolate to city workers and stranded travelers. Their doors will be open for anyone who just needs to escape the winter weather or use the restroom. Complimentary Wi-Fi will also be available. Trent, that's a warm thought on a cold day like today.
Free coffee? Sign me up.
Yep.
Sign me up. All right, here we go. Downtown looking outside. See that glaze on that road? It looks shiny down there. This is Shoreway. We're in the 20s, folks. That's going to be ice. Now, it's been treated. Those main roads are looking okay, but if it hasn't been treated, things elevated, your cars, I mean, hours ago, I had to break the ice off to get into the truck. You're going to have to do more of that. Everything's still freezing, and especially the farther south you are, you've been dealing with more rain, so more concerns. That was Sandusky behind that ice layer on that camera. 27 in Cleveland, 25 in Mansfield, and the snow is starting to really take over. We were just talking about Akron, right? Well, there we go. About an hour ago, Akron, you could see the lanes in the roads. Now you can only see some tire tracks, so you've got that layer of ice. I know things have been treated, but don't necessarily trust that it's been completely treated. Approaching stop lights, stop signs, you're still going to have some ice outside, especially some of those city streets, town streets, your parking lots, sidewalks, your front steps. They're going to be icy. Wind chills right now in the teens. Those drop through the day into the single digits. I know we're talking about two waves, right? This is going to be coming in two waves. First wave rolling through, a little bit of a break, filling in though. That next wave, that's going to drop even more snow. This first wave was all about that transition from warmer air to colder air, and that's left us in, some issues this morning. Look how wide. I tell you what, very seldomly do the models show the story almost exactly how it's going to unfold. Yesterday morning, we were telling you about this pink line expanding out and that being a slow transition. It's exactly what's happening this morning. It's a slow transition. Here's your radar. Look how wide that pink is. That means it's not all rain. It means it's not all snow, but you got some sleet and some freezing rain. May look like rain, meaning like you can't hear it hit your windshield, but it's freezing onto untreated surfaces. When you can start to hear that hit your windshield, that patter of ice, that's sleet. That's a concern as well. We've got that heavier snow still trying to push through here, and that's mainly snow, but once that rolls into some warmer air, that could be some significant sleet. That's why the ice concern was so high the farther south you get. Going through the day today, your futurecast just looks consistent. Not much change. Mid-20s, you've got that ice line essentially to the south. Doesn't start to really pull out of here. I was telling you yesterday that I don't think that we completely change over to snow in Tuscarawas County until this evening. Well, model's still hinting at that very slow transition. So when all is said and done, we're looking at another couple inches through the day today, for the morning rather, with a few more through the afternoon. Danita, we're looking at 8 to 12 in Cleveland by tomorrow morning. A little bit less to the south where you have that ice mixing in, but it's not any easier. It's worse, actually, because there's more ice mixing in.
Well, the marathon continues, Trent. Thank you. And because of this, we are seeing thousands of flight cancellations nationwide. According to the website FlightAware, at least 2,000 flights in and out of the U.S. were canceled yesterday. Another 2,400 are already canceled for today. Now, we are tracking flight cancellations locally, and chances are you're not flying anywhere today. A check on Hopkins International Airport this morning shows nearly 100 flights have been canceled leaving the airport or arriving to it. So make sure you check your flight status for any changes.
And important note here, the food will not be available today at the Cleveland Muni lot. The distribution has been canceled because of the weather. However, the food bank does say that some pantries will still be open, and they encourage you to call ahead of time to confirm those hours. Well, our Good Morning Cleveland crews have been out from Canton to Lorain County this morning to help you be prepared.
Yeah, Tanisha Cordell in Avon Lake with a look at conditions there. You gave us an update on the booger stash. You did not give us an update on your edges. So, if you want to talk about the mustache, what's happening with the edges in this weather?
Okay, you know what, Danita, edges are secured, all right, thank goodness for my hat, all right, because this wind is definitely giving, like I said earlier, Wizard of Oz. I mean, it's definitely gusting and getting stronger in. The snow hitting me honestly feels like little needles hitting my face. I want to just really point out the roads here, really looking okay. We've seen cars going through smoothly. Salting has been really big here. They've been salting really heavy. Going to the sidewalks here, I want to show you. Trent's been mentioning icing over. I think that's definitely the case over here. It's starting to freeze over. You get the snow really gusting in and really blowing over on the sidewalks, and that's exactly what's happening. Icing over, it's kind of getting a little more slick as the time goes and as these temperatures continue to drop. Meg, what are you seeing over there?
Well, Tanisha, we are in the city of Cleveland on St. Clair, heading toward, we just passed East 23rd Street, and what we're seeing is just really slushy conditions at this point. Take a look. This is St. Clair. Clearly, it has been plowed this morning already, but as you can see, there is still snow on the roadways. We are in this pattern where we're seeing light snow, then moderate snow, then light snowfall, then moderate snowfall. So I think the story today is just consistent snowfall all day long, as you've heard Katie and Trent say. So if you've got to get on these roads, be careful because they are slick. John is down in our Canton area giving us a look at that. John, I know you're dealing with a lot of ice down there. What are you looking at?
Yeah, a lot of ice, and many folks are going to be waking up, scraping off their cars as they're getting ready to head out the door this morning. A thin layer of glaze over your vehicles this morning could cause some problems out there. 4Live looked at your ODOT cameras. Depending on where you are, you might see more snow. You might see more ice if you are further south, but there is still the potential out there for some very, very slippery driving conditions. As far as our maps are concerned, one crash on 480 westbound near the State Road exit. There's also an accident on 480 in the Twinsburg area, so plenty of problems out there, and as more folks get up and get out the door, those accidents could continue to build. Trent, how is that super 7-day forecast looking for us? It is probably a super slippy 7-day forecast.
Super slippy, that's for sure. This is in addition to it being such a cold day today, and with the ice this morning, we just kind of walked you through this snowfall number. I want to kind of expand a little bit before I get to this super 7-day on what John was talking about. They've already gotten a glaze, and he's already talking about scraping your cars off. Watch through the day today, especially south of Canton. That's another 1/4 inch of freezing rain and sleet, another 1/2 inch for New Philly and south. That is significant, and that's where we start talking about the power outages. Power outages before we get some really cold air coming in here. So that's where we have some of the biggest concerns for like livelihood and stuff like that. When your power goes out, you have issues. Elsewhere, it's all about the snow. That snow is going to continue to roll through the day today. Cold, snowy, wind chills, single digits. Thankfully, the wind relaxes tonight and that snow tries to shut down. But I tell you what, when the wind shuts down and the snow shuts down, that's when the cold air gets in here. I know the snow shuts down tomorrow morning, but look what happens tomorrow afternoon. We drop even into the single digits overnight into Saturday. So that's our big concern for wind chills, potentially even 10 or 15 degrees below zero Saturday morning. And if we don't have power back on by Saturday morning, we're going to have some big concerns. That is for sure. Now, we do eventually try to rebound once we get into Saturday afternoon, back into the 20s. We're back near freezing on Sunday. By Monday, we're going to start talking about our next clipper coming in here. Light snow, minor accumulations with that, with another little warm up for Wednesday. But our big topic is going to be all right here all day long. We've got team coverage. We've got all of us in the weather center and outside. So, Katie, Danita, we're going to be on it. It's going to be a long day. If you're working out in this, plow truck drivers, if you're shoveling, you're going to shovel multiple times today. Snow blowers are going to get a workout. It's going to be a day.
All right. We appreciate you guys, Trent, and keep them right here because Good Morning America, they're live here in Northeast Ohio. They're sharing weather updates from the Cleveland area.
And they're also going to have more information about what a family calls a botched fertility procedure by a local doctor done decades ago. Good Morning America is next. Keep it right here on 5. We'll see you back here in 20 minutes. Be safe, everyone, and have a great day.